coming in week 6 of the SEEC. Today we've got you North Carolina State versus Chapel Hill versus North Carolina State. Let's see how this goes.
All right, and we're in it. Hello to all you who might be watching and don't know me. My name is, I guess, Locke. I'll be casting today, filling in for Sheeferson. Tower of Toast, rather.
And I'm Rock. Now, first thing I noticed, we got a barcode user in this game. Not another. They're in all my high elo games. All right. What do you think of these teams? What do you think of all these teams so far?
Looking at the matchups, actually, I mean, we have a Draven main on Tristana, so they must have banned Draven.
You tend to get that a lot. A lot of people recognize that these characters are like, you get these one tricks on their champions, and it's very scary.
So, okay, I got an eye on these comps. Blue team seems to have like a great, just straight up team fight comp with the double DPS, and you got the 2 tanks front line. Then you have Tarek for the team fight potential there.
Oh yeah, first team absolutely great for team fighting. Second team looks like they've got the AoE there, but they're throwing in the Kha'Zix because they're looking for picks. I think they're trying to be more aggressive in this game, while the first team, Chapel Hill, is trying to play up to the late game.
Yeah, I think Kha'Zix is actually more oppressive, in the mid game than a Sejuani. I think his damage outweighs her tankiness and CC potential. So it should be interesting. It looks like red side bottom lane's going for the Tribush pick here.
Already coming in with some good damage. Is he gonna have to flash out? He is. All right.
Not casted. Yeah, that's flash.
Sedge coming in early.
She has red buff. They have to respect it.
All right. This
but
is
they're fine. That's quality.
Big loss for Chapel Hill. Kha'Zix has been able to go farming that, and Sedge had to join them. On top of that, Trist lost her flash.
Yeah, they're gonna miss, like, oh my goodness, that's actually terrible. She's gonna miss a whole wave of XP and cash. Impressive start from the bottom lane red side. Now, is this 8.3 or 8.4?
This is 8.4 right now. 8.5 is coming out in a few days.
Okay.
But
so,
right now,
what do you expect to come out of like these mid lane builds? I mean, Corki's not really going to change much with the new items, but Orianna, does she have anything?
Was it with the new Ludens as well as Leandries? I expect her power spike. Oh, coming in hot bot lane. I don't think we have time to worry about the mid lane because this bot lane's just going ham.
And actually, it looks like blue side almost took the advantage there.
Oh yeah.
Just pumping out the damage. That's kind of surprising.
She's got to do that. She's got to hurry up and get that level 2 so she can start playing very aggressively against them because they're not going to be pulling any punches.
Oh, she misses cannon though. That was sad.
That's every mid laner's worst nightmare. But yeah, no. In the mid game, you're gonna see Orianna's power spike go up considerably. It's gonna be a lot more pronounced. So she's gonna have the ability to fight against Corki even when he's supposed to be a bit stronger than her. So I'd like to see how that goes right now. It did do a lot to change up the meta quite a bit. I want to see. We've had Corki happen quite a few times, and so I want to really see like something come in and shake things up.
Looks like Sejuani is going in for the counter jungle, responding to Kha'Zix. Kha'Zix goes in for the bottom lane gank. It's not going to get anything. Looks like blue side could. Nope. Never mind.
Tarek is too low for that.
Too much zone control from the red team, and yeah, Tarek was taking the beating there. Good response, though. Good response.
So just getting those raptors, there's a lot of experience right there.
Yeah, Kha'Zix got hers as well, though, before he came bottom.
Fair enough.
So it's an equal trade, both sides. All things equal pretty much right now, except for bottom lane. 10 CS lead for Varus.
That shouldn't be the end of the world, but just by how Tristana's playing up without her Tarek there, that makes me worry that they're going to end up having that sort of problem in the late game with her getting caught out.
Well, I'm also kind of worried because she's standing there freely while red side's not applying any pressure to her, just letting her farm. I feel like Thresh should be much more threatening in that situation.
That's fair to say.
Now, I'm not much of a top laner. I tried it for like 25 games, I think 2 patches ago. Ended up going like 6 and 19. Actually, we got a top lane gank here. First blood potentially. Oh, flash from Kha'Zix.
That's top lane in a nutshell. You push up, jungler comes in to gank, and you just end up getting out tanked by the other guy who also does a lot of damage.
That was great. I wish I was paying more attention to the rotation. Kha'Zix must have just come straight from base on that.
I think he did too. Good game coming in, trying to stay aggressive and relevant in this game. He has this snowball to really be threatening against Sedge, because once she gets her first tank item, he's not gonna be able to burst her down unless he's already got a few kills under his belt.
Now again, I'm looking at this bottom lane. It seems to be like where most of the action's happening in this game, besides that first blood top lane. And Tristana actually has a CS lead now, after having missed the first entire wave in her flash.
Oh yeah, Tristana, really good job getting in with the farms. Champion that, oh, getting caught out again.
Ooh, good hook by Thresh.
Awkward follow-up. The synergy between like both supports and their ADCs is not very high right now, and so you're getting a lot of like these, I guess, really disjointed fights.
Yeah.
That's the best way I could explain it. You know, Trist is getting way too close up, then Varus is following up when he probably shouldn't.
Kha'Zix pressuring bottom, waiting for the lantern. Lantern's up. Trist does not have flash yet. This could happen. Here we go. Oh, and the play stops the Trist. She's dead.
That was a good play coming in from Thresh.
Yeah, it's a good gank.
Actually, I had a Thresh in one of my games recently. Just flash on a Trist to cancel it. You know, thing takes skill, but every time you see it, it's just as good as the last time.
I mean, considering it's the Trist jump, I'm not even mad because
people are so sick of that buffering.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It shouldn't happen. It's so powerful. Kha'Zix spotted at enemy race. Sage also returning the favor. Sage really low though. Doesn't look like she's going to be able to take this red buff.
This seems to be a bit of a lull in aggression. I think it might be because we're just not watching the bot lanes like kill each other right now. But what do you think is going to happen with most of these matchups? I'm thinking that, like, I've been watching the Orianna, and it looks like she's going to be responding very aggressively to, like, this mid-game spike. She knows how to pressure the Corki. She knows how to deny him CS. And so I'm kind of interested in seeing what happens with that.
It also does look like she's going for the Ludens, like you predicted. Corki rushing that Triforce. Yeah, I mean, you look at these lanes, and you've got Cho'Gath in the top lane who's just going to heal all the minions he kills.
Speaking of bot lane pressure,
here we go.
Got some more fighting already.
A little bit of back and forth, nothing crazy. Sejuani, bot side, looks like she's going for mid, walks over the crab though.
Looks like a dive.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Coming out that.
Nice stun by Taric. That was actually a beautiful stun by Taric.
I was trying to disengage.
Gnar Sears.
Gnar does have his jump, I believe. Let's see how he responds to this. Oh. Alright,
Orianna coming for the flank.
Taric stuns her.
No, it's over. Nice. They just topple on top of them. I wish I knew the ability names better. I'm watching all this stuff and I'm, you know, it's just like, she CC'd, he's dead. Command attack. But that was great for red side. Great capitalization. Corki maybe going down.
I think, honestly, on the blue side, they really need to wait for these fights. They need to wait for Corki to have his package. Otherwise, they're just not going to win these team fights. Orianna's shockwave is just too strong. She didn't end up using it, but the fact that she came down with them means that she's going to be able to, threaten them a lot more with that than they can have Corki do until he has that package. So, you know, they have to play around that cooldown. And I know they love being aggressive, and I know we love watching them be aggressive, but it's kind of important for them to be like, you know what, we gotta wait for a bit. This is game changing. Let's calm down.
Yeah, once Corki gets the package, I mean, that you can't even consider that to be a team fight, though. They were just on the run the entire time and cleaned it up. Corky, though, roaming top side. Does he have the package? He does.
He's looking to make something happen, but Nara's just too strong for him to deal with right now. He's shoving him into tower, and then he's backing off.
Ori making him come back. And nothing at all interesting is happening. I love this top lane. It's the saddest thing I've ever seen.
Oh. If you think that's bad, you should have seen the Season 3 Noodle fights. This is very much the same thing.
I was there.
Meanwhile, we got Action coming in mid.
Sejuani hits the ulti. Corky with the full combo, rushes in. She uses both heal and flash still. Falls down to Corky. Good gank. It's actually a very simple gank.
Yeah.
Just a lack of information, I suppose.
Most of the time, when you go against Sedge, you should be taking the cleanse. I know why she didn't take it, because Corky doesn't have any CC, but she does have the Sedge to worry about. And you know, if she lands that stun on you, you're gone.
Now, even after the 10% nerf to the Summoner Spell rune, I'd still say that's more valuable to this Orianna here than Ahri is.
Ahri gives you a lot of lane. Oh, okay. Aggression coming in
looks
bot lane.
like Bars caught out. Oh, this is interesting. Still gets him on the back end. Has a Taric ulti. He'll be able to walk out. Wonderful dive. Thresh can cancel it. Nope, he fails. And we're back to stalemate. There's actually already a 1.5 thousand gold lead on red side, which is good, but it doesn't mean too much. If I can figure out which button tells me where the gold is.
For the tower dive top lane, that's gonna, you know, just widen that gap even further. You got a Gnar that's ahead against a immobile tank. That's gonna be pretty abusive at this point. Like
that was a free dive.
We might actually be seeing some real damage coming from top lane, and it's gonna be real brutal.
You think the Gnar?
Oh yeah, Gnar with the Black Cleaver is gonna do a lot of damage to Cho'Gath until he gets 2 items.
That's true, but they're gonna take this turret. Gnar's gonna go look to pressure after this around Dragon side. So I don't think Cho'Gath will have to feel the pain. In fact, they might send Gnar bottom. Or no. Is that how that works?
Yeah, the general rotation is to have one of your lanes push in, and once you realize that he's a split pushing threat, you send him to the lanes that don't have the tower in it. But they are going to send him back to top lane.
A little bit of pressuring around mid lane. Taric was seen by that ward there. Next to Race.
Mountain Dragon's going to be super important in this comp. It's a, like I said, it's 2 very AoE team fight heavy sort of picks. You're going to be wanting to get those dragons and the barons, so I can see that being something very contestable.
And with the Triss Corki especially, I think that'd be really valuable. Just having the double auto attackers for the siege.
And
Sage looking to pressure mid.
That's been buffed quite a bit actually. Remember those tower and those Baron and Elder Drake buffs?
I don't actually.
Okay, at 40 minutes. Oh, fight coming in bot lane.
Kha'Zix lanterned in. Thresh does not get the counter on the Triss jump. Oh, but Triss walks back in to bring in the damage.
There's too much mobility in CC on the NC state side.
Both teleports casted. Sejuani misses the ulti. Gets Kha'Zix though. Varus is shut down by the Cho'Gath.
I think I spoke too soon. Alright, catch on the Sedge. It's gonna be a 1-team fight for Chapel Hill.
Oh, wow.
That is a nasty shockwave coming in.
That was beautiful. Great 3-man Orianna.
They're not gonna get the... Holy, that is some minion block right there on the poor Gnar. He's
Could
gonna have to flash.
not take the lantern there. That was amazing.
Oh, that was brutal. I've had a couple people come up to me and ask me if minion aggro is worth this patch. You know, after seeing that, I'd have to say yes.
That was pretty scary.
I was kind of wondering if he was just trying to BM for a second there, but when he had to flash, I was like, oh, he couldn't get out.
He could have just walked out. I know he was trying to take the lantern after missing the first time though.
He was trying to go. He was trying to go out the one way when you could have just gone straight through that and go through the bush that most people use to tower dive blue side.
Either way, I don't think he had to flash there.
Once he realized like he wasn't gonna get out, then yeah, he did. But it probably could have been something he could have done to respond earlier. Either way, that was very tragic to watch. That's
ultimate griefing. Corki has package again.
Minions confirmed to be the worst griefers in League of Legends.
I don't. It's a hard thing because as much as I hate minion block when it happens to me, it's the best thing when it happens to the enemy team. So
yep.
It's one of those things that aren't entirely random. So
Fight breaking out
terrible
in the mid lane right now. Focus on this. Corki's got package. Let's see if they make something happen. Oh, Trist going in.
Trist.
Package is down, but they're going to keep going on.
Wow, I can't believe Trist just got away with that for free. I guess so. Orianna's still bottom lane taking that turret, so they find Thresh and take him for free.
Team's turret has been destroyed.
While losing bottom lane though, so I don't know if it was free.
It's still a pick, which means they can get dragons, so it's going to be a worth trade.
Neither top laner has teleport. Meganar is out. Orianna standing a little too close. Now we were talking about this Earth Dragon being really important to these teams, especially with the Corki Tristana. This might be the beginning of a snowball here. Although, I look up and they're 4,000 gold behind blue side. So.
Yeah, but with this team, it's not so much about the mid game, it's going to be about the late game. And I think that with that Drake, they could easily snowball it to that point. I think that they could, stall it out.
We'll see if Red
Unless
Team can
this
force
happens.
Taric ulti forced. Nothing's gonna come of this. Orianna, nope. Taric flash forced as well. They might get this mid turret for free actually.
I do like the amount of attention NC State is paying to making sure that they force big cooldowns whenever they get the chance.
Pressure missed. Red team backing off a mid.
And Corki's out of mana though, so they're gonna come in and they're gonna make sure that they take this tower.
Yeah, Kha'Zix summoning the Herald.
It looks
This
like
Snarsh is being terrible.
it looks like they're gonna go in and try to make something happen in top lane as well.
Nah. They'll return to base, take their winnings.
That's fair. I always say slow and steady wins the race, so.
There's also a juicy wave in the bottom lane for Orianna to take. That'd be cool. Varus hits his Rage Blade spike right here, the 18-minute mark. That's actually a really long time to get your first item.
Yeah.
Wait.
It's mostly because of a combination of, you know, the fact he's got Merc treads already.
Yeah, I suppose so.
And not a lot of stuff has happened to get him kills. A lot of times when you see people get those like 14-minute power spikes, they either have the amount of CS that he does, but at 14 minutes, or they have kills.
Sejuani transferring the red buff to Tristana. She's got her IE. She might be able to purchase the static shiv. Do you know what button shows me the gold values?
The X key shows you the gold values.
X. Oh, she does pick up the static shiv. She's almost got her core when she has her Berserker's boots.
She doesn't even have boots yet. She still has comparable move speed just because of how much you get from Shiv.
I didn't actually even think about that. It's kind of smart.
On top of that, you're also getting crit. You don't get any crit from your Berserker Greaves, so it's going to be a lot more DPS.
Now it's kind of an awkward state of the game There are no objectives standing right now. All of the outer turrets for blue side have been taken. So red side has gold advantage, but nothing to do with it right now. Just slowly farming up, taking advantage of the enemy's jungle.
What they're going to end up doing is they're going to try pushing, and they're going to try to stay on their side as much as they can, try to get as much farm as they can. And then if there's any sort of play they can make, any sort of time they can group and take a tower, they're going to do it. But as it stands, you know, they don't have enough, they don't really have enough siege potential unless they land a really, really good Orianna ult.
Looks like
get this pick.
Tarek caught up, but Sejuani with the return ulti. Tarek blasts his ulti off. This red's not going to make it out. Varus still low, not going to return to the fight. Tristana with the red buff slowing Kha'Zix. Kha'Zix jumps out. Tarek is on the run, but he's not going to make it out. That's going to be the
gets the reset.
Tristana gets the reset onto Kha'Zix. He also falls. That's going to be a free mid turn, maybe 2 for the red side. Looks like they want to pressure Baron actually. And Cho'Gath is also going for Gnar, but he misses the Q. Gnar jumps just out of range of it. He's away, but that looks like a free Baron.
He wants to be real aggressive, force Gnar off, because there's no way for him to respond to Baron now.
And Mountain Drake works on the Baron too, right?
Yes.
Now Cho'Gath has his ulti for this, so they can smite it around 1,000 HP. Gnar brings in the teleport. He doesn't have much of a Gnar bar though. Baron's already taken. It looks like Orianna's gonna fall to the Tristana Corki combo. She flashes out, but she still falls. Yep. And that is a comeback for Blue side if I've ever seen it.
Big win.
Only 2.3k behind now from what I think was 4.5.
And keep in mind, they don't have any towers. That's going to change very quickly.
The Narcant's on the B to kill Triss, though. They're not going to be able to do anything with this Baron for the next
30 seconds.
40 seconds. Great pick by Gnar. Good job.
And that means that the Corki package isn't going to have any use. There's no reliable way for them to be going for picks right now without their DPS.
It's very foolish by Trist. It's very greedy. Looks like a reset. Thresh looking for a pick. Doesn't have any of his teammate around there though. Just kind of sitting there.
Yep. He needs to make sure he has his deep vision in there though, so that he can watch the sedge. He doesn't want them to be getting another dragon from this.
Blue side still has Baron. Tristana is back up. Looks like they're headed to the bottom side. Corki pressuring mid, might be able to take it with Tarek coming up.
Looks like mid is gonna fall here.
Mid does fall.
Ult comes in.
Varus getting picked by the Sage ulti.
Caught out and killed. That's not gonna be good for them because this means another tower. The lead that they did build up, this is gonna start slowly dwindling it down. That's not what they want to see.
I'm looking at this. I don't know. I think we agreed that blue side had much better teamfight potential with the
They
dual
have
tank,
a lot better.
DPS.
They do have a lot better scaling. They have
And the terrible.
Yeah, they have a tank comp that's built around having 2 DPSs.
It got it to this point where the DPS and the mid lane mage on the red side can't deal enough damage to get through the Cho'Gath and the Sage. Meanwhile, the Sage and the Cho'Gath are destroying the enemy AP carry and ADC. So there's just this.
Let's forget the enemy AD and AP for a second. They're destroying the towers.
Yeah, no doubt.
There
is a banner of command on that siege minion.
They had a 5k gold lead, and now they're just watching as a siege minion comes in and
Ori ulti initiates the fight. Tarek presses ultimate. Tarek falls, but the ultimate still goes down on Tristana, but she gets the Varus ulti onto her like it's Malzahar. And blue side is forced off of the turret with a great initiation by Orianna. Cho'Gath looking for revenge. Decides against it.
Yeah, even with those 2 kills on the red side, Chapel Hill is just going to find that they're at a huge advantage now. They took like, what, 4 towers from that? I think it was
1, 2, 3, yeah, 4.
Yeah, and on top of Baron, that's a huge amount of gold. That's easily 4 or 5k.
They actually now have returned the gold being to about even.
But they do have a better scaling comp, so as long as they make sure that they let the Sedge and the Cho'Gath stay in front, there's not really much that they're going to be able to do with their team comp. They have to hope Varus's percentage damage can be enough to shred the tanks.
Yeah, at this point, it's looking pretty glum for red side. Just if you're not able to take out the blue side DPS with the Corki and the Tristana before the fight, basically, if you can't one-shot them, then they're just going to push into you with their front line.
And
it's
the issue is a lot of gold is put on Orianna and Gnar, both of which who are not going to be like these significant sources of DPS the same way that Varus is going to be. You've got the 250 CS on the Orianna as well as 4 kills, and then 200 CS on Gnar with 3 kills, but only 165 and an A kill on Varus. That's not what they want to see.
And this is, I feel like, just knowing the meta better. Blue side with, I mean, I guess they have the better siege teamfight comp, so maybe it's better for them. They have dual banner of command on their top lane and jungle. So if they get another Baron, they will walk into the enemy base.
The siege minion's gonna just sit outside and be like, you know what? Here, have an inhib, have an entire enemy base.
Yeah, it's just, oh my goodness, it's gonna be quick. Another banner of command siege minion, not Baron though.
You know, even without Baron, it's doing respectable damage. You gotta give it that.
Thresh hits the hook on Sejuani. She has the Warmogs though, so she'll heal up quickly. This is just a slow game getting into the enemy base. Now we're trying to pressure the oh, but it looks like Orianna hits a 3-man ulti. Tarek brings down the ultimate. Sage throws her ulti out. Thresh is the first death on the team. I almost called Kha'Zix's card. Actually, very even fight. Blue side looking like they just got out barely. Skin of their teeth.
Yeah. I think a big thing is because they didn't really have much of a mid laner that fight, because he got picked off real early on, and that meant he had to play really safe. He wasn't providing significant DPS the same way Ori was.
Corki is teleporting in with package. They're able to take this top lane turret. Gnar has to teleport to his own base. I don't think that was necessary.
I think what he was trying to do was he was trying to make sure that the inhibitor didn't go down, and that was the best way to really assert that.
Blue side backs off. Yeah, but now he doesn't have teleport for this Baron coming up in 45 seconds. Cho'Gath is going to push this bottom lane out and then be there, or they're going to lose a bottom lane turn for sure.
He does have the TP advantage in this case, and so what they're going to end up having to do is they're going to have to force this Baron and make sure that Cho'Gath teleports in, which is a really, really weird spot to put them in.
It's a terrible spot to put them in, because if they're the ones in the pit, that's a free Sage ulti. You put the Tarek shield on the Sage, throw her in there with the stun, they're over. I mean, they're done. I don't know what is going to save this game. Maybe the classic bush camp.
Death bush.
Death bush.
I had that happen to me in one of my games today. I tilted off the face of the planet and...
Kha'Zix's going for Corki. Corki somehow knows that he's there. Makes the dash out.
It's pretty fair to say, if you see the enemy team running at you, and someone...
might have seen the Orianna ball, actually.
And someone get, like, buffed, but you don't see who the buff transferred to, it's Kha'Zix. Kha'Zix is running at you. Run.
Blue side looking aggressive. Varus casting ultimate to make sure he gets out of there. Wrong side of the river. Blue side pressuring Baron. Looks like they have ward control too. Oh, that's just no good. Starting Baron up. Red side looking to return. Pressure. Thresh hits the hook onto Trist.
Coming in, misses the stun.
Why doesn't initiate, or he falls immediately. Gnar's in the back line, but he has nobody to kill. Blue side completely forces red side off. That's a free Baron. Tristana, almost suicidal there. Kha'Zix is still alive, and he does still have smite. But he's up against Cho'Gath. Varus.
Not going to be able to do anything, though. They come in for this turn.
Not respecting the mobility of the blue side with the Tristana.
Oh, this trade.
Oh! Oh, that was awesome. Wait, flip it. Blue side deciding to go to Baron. Nothing, still luck.
Tristan did not respect the Kazakh's damage. She almost got the outplay there, but she had to realize once she got to that brush, that's Kazakh's territory.
I really wish Tarek had banner as well. Just a 3-man banner.
I'm so thoroughly disgusted by banner. The fewer people it's on, the better.
I think that was a great update. What do you think about that? Because it used to be, and you can see this across basically any forum you go on in the Reddit forums or whatever, that you could just sort of wave clear out a Baron buff and be able to come back. What do you think about the banner command buff?
Okay, well, there's two things. First off, wave clearing out Baron buff is something that, you know, if you get it early on, that's fine. But once it gets later in the game and Baron feels like it's not useful or not like impactful enough, that's always just feels bad.
Yeah, you basically want it for the 18 AP buff.
Yeah, you're forcing team fights that you have a very good chance of losing, all to not end the game. You're basically, you have a chance of throwing, and there's no real net outcome for it.
Blue side taking this Infernal. It will be the last dragon in the game before Elvid, allowing Cho'Gath to eat it for the buff.
But yeah, you know, you got this. You know, I like these buffs because it makes it something that's actually scary. I do think the issue though is banner command is way too strong right now because there's nothing you can really do against siege minions that are banner commanded. They take no damage from magic, so you can't wave clear it out safely. You can't actively kill it.
That's the point.
But it does too much magic damage considering that.
Thresh trying to hook the siege minion in, but instead catches Sejuani. Sejuani Bravo,
4-man
5-man Oriani ulti with the Varus ulti coming in. Tarek tries to bring in his ulti to survive. It doesn't go down though. It does go down on his teammate. Nar jumps in too far, doesn't make it. Looks like Kazakh is going in, trying to get the resets. Misses his W. They got out barely. That was one of the most beautiful Oriana ultis I've ever seen. That was amazing.
That was a game-changing ultimate. If Kazakh somehow managed to land his W against either of them, they would have probably won that fight.
Yeah, he would have gotten the reset and just destroyed that entire team. That was beautiful, actually.
That was intense.
I'm a big fan of this Flame Gene guy. Wonderful fight. Now, both the tanks. So, let's say they reroute this, right? They still have Baron buff. Both the tanks have Warmogs. If they pressure up, let their DPS come in, pressure the inhibs, take the towers slowly, back off, heal up with their Warmogs, this should be a free game.
Oh yeah, that's...
And it looks like they're doing just that.
Pretty much.
Sejuani is splitting from the team, unwise. A little bit of indecision on the blue side.
I think they're just kind of deciding what objective they want to pressure. They're not sure if they want to go bottom or top with this, because I don't think they have a banner command on the other lane minions, so...
Corki going for the style points before that runs out its cooldown. Kazakh's called out by the Sejuani ulti. Sejuani. The Sejuani ulti. Thresh with the return hook, not going to make anything of it. This bottom lane tower falls.
Inhib looks like it's going to go down too.
Varus knows how to protect the ulti. Gnar hits his ulti on both the front line, but not enough damage. 2-man ulti. Tark brings his ultimate down. So many ultis being casted. Can they make it out? Sejuani.
Corki has to be real careful.
Sejuani survives just barely. Tarek, though, falls in the back end.
Tarek ends up having to trade himself because, you know, there's this aggressiveness coming in from both the mid and the AD carry, and that's getting one or both of them caught. Corki ate the Varus ulti, followed by the Oriana ult, and that almost lost the fight.
Cho'Gath with the reinitiation. Thresh hits a beautiful hook on the low Corki, but they can't make anything of it. Blue side tanks have Warmogs. They've healed up.
Oh yeah. Was it the best I can hope? Red side can hope for is the Leandries on Oriana. Keeps their Warmogs passive from going on for too long, but that doesn't look like it's going to be enough to stop Triss from coming in.
No. Very intense game. Looks like Corki brings in his teleport, securing the top inhibitor. That is a big hit from Corki on that minion. Holy cow. Thresh hits the hook on Cho'Gath. Blue side is down their support.
really
not gonna be able to get that top side in him.
They really need to make sure that they can distract them. Like, the tanks need a position to be distracting long enough for them to grab this top inhibitor.
A little bit of misplay there, yeah. It seems.
I think they're so worried on following up to make sure their tanks don't die that they're not getting the objectives as quickly as they could.
Now, don't mind my asking. I'm new to this league. What's the average elo around here?
From my perspective, it's usually around somewhere between Plat 5 to Diamond 1, Diamond 2.
Okay.
So most of these players, you know, they're very comfortable with these champions. They play them a lot. I think that a lot of times, though, it's really the pressure of an, okay, we need to be serious collegiate game that gets to them. And so
Yeah.
people don't play organized games as much, and that
Kha'Zix
leads to
choke
some
at that,
mistakes.
finally caught out. Will he have the damage? Orianna brings in the combo. Does a lot of damage, but they back away. Seeing the Sejuani.
Sedge was so excited there. I could just feel it. He's like, let me ult, let me ult this.
Fresh missing the hook. Like you said, though, the pressure of these games actually doesn't get to the people.
Oh yeah.
Can't change how these games go.
That's why in a lot of these games I mostly see people picking AoE comps, because they're like, you know, if I mess up in the early game, I can at least follow up with like this late game team fight that we're inevitably gonna get to.
Now Kha'Zix is actually not yet level 16 at the 36-minute mark, which is not good. He doesn't have his wings. Assuming he'll even evolve those. He might evolve his Q. I don't actually know what the meta is. The blue side going for Baron. They are absolutely shredding it with the double DPS. It is already gone.
All right.
This is the end.
This
I mean,
is the last Baron before the empowered Baron buff, but I don't think that's gonna be enough. They're gonna go straight from this to the Elder Dragon, and it's just gonna shred.
I have no idea what red set. Like they'll have to basically ace blue side. Thresh gets caught out by the Sejuani ulti. Sejuani.
Oh, Ours gets insta bursted.
Just an absolute run through. Blue side, that's gonna be it. Run it through. I was gonna say, you know, triple inhib, you really don't even need the Elder. I guess it's a safe investment, so no reason not to go for it, but Gnar actually distracting the minion wave. Not enough though, he will fall. Tristana following in. Holy cow, that Triss range. Kha'Zix watching the game fall before him. Oh, and he grabs that wave as well. Wait.
I think really at this point he's trying to be a nuisance. He wants to distract them, try to make sure that they can't end it just yet. But that's not going to be enough. The top and jungle are way too tanky at this point, and so they can ignore him, just walk up to the end.
Yeah, I guess so, even without a minion wave. But the blue side minion wave is coming through. Gnar is still down for 30 seconds. It's a 4v5 right now. Orianna, can she make another game-changing ulti right here? Tara goes in on the Orianna. She's not going to be able to do anything. Kha'Zix thrown out of the fight immediately, dead. And that's going to be it. Oh, another 4-man ulti by Orianna, but it is too late.
Oh, man.
Great game.